Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Winter Wolf here. We're going to talk about She-Hulk Episode 5. Lean, Mean, and Poured Into These Jeans is the title. I'll give you the breakdown and the synopsis. We'll get out of here quick. She puts in an order for a new suit. And that's all I got on this one, guys. If you like what we do here on Winter Wolf's Den, please give a like, a follow, subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Hold up. I got a couple actual things I want to say about this. Hold up. We'll reset this. Sorry about that little jokey joke, guys. I just had to poke a little fun at this show because it's just been god-awful. I think Episode 5 is going to be the stuck a fork in it place for a lot of people. I think we're going to see that if we ever get some ratings, this will be the part where most people finally just accept the show's going nowhere fast. They can't get anything done in terms of plotting or story or character development. They're basically stringing together little skits they must have come up with in the writer's room. They really don't add up to be anything consistently funny at all. And most of the time, if I get a half smile at any of what they think are jokes, I'm calling it a victory for this show. And it's too bad because I think they had an opportunity here where they could have gone with the show a couple of different ways. Like I've said before, they could have really latched on to the legal drama. They could have hired consultants, brought them in, discussed trial process, how law offices actually work. But instead, through 5 episodes of the show, we've seen Jen with one client, and she wrapped up that case in one episode. It was just lame. So we're talking about a premise of a show that they haven't delivered on for that. They fuck up even a step further than that by having the lawyer who ended up representing her in this episode as she fights the Titania trademark claim. The lawyer they give her, a character from the books, they present her as being better. She's a more thoughtful, more creative, more intelligent lawyer who makes Jen look bad and incapable at every step of the way. So it takes even what little we might have had in terms of admiration for Jen's ability as a lawyer through the first 4 episodes. They just kind of eliminated that. They never took the time to set this lawyer up as a rival in the office, which she is in the book, and that could have stemmed a whole lot of the conflict. But here we just get the boss appoints Book as Jen's lawyer. They win the case. They get a drink. They're kind of frenemies now, I guess, but we'll probably never touch on that again because they've wasted so much time with this already. In matters of internal consistency, the show just continues to suffer as well. The Pug character, like how many fucking lobotomies is this guy going to get in the 9-episode run? Like now this week, it's like he suddenly had a fucking stroke and he's hanging every last syllable of every last sentence he utters like a fucking idiot. Like it's just not, like I don't get how this happens with these shows. Like these are supposed to be professionals. There's not the actor. I mean, the actor's just doing what he's directed to do. I mean, like the actual writing and direction of this show is abysmal, and it's really starting to take its toll on whoever, I'm sure, was hanging on to this, hoping it would be something a little bit more cut and dried to the comics, but it's just not going that way. I think if you're not somebody that's kind of in the same demographic as the writers on this show, and you wouldn't think it's funny to write every guy on the show as the biggest dipshit on the planet, and every female on the show in the way that they've written the women on this show. I mean, there's stereotypes everywhere. In this episode, I was serious at the beginning. Like, the A plot for her in this episode is her resolving the trademark with Titania. But one of the points of contention that that her lawyer brings to her is that she needs to dress like she respects herself a little bit more, get a little bit more trendy, a little bit more iconic or eye-opening. So somehow they end up with a referral to a costume designer for super people, and they send Nikki and Pug off on their own little quest to get the appointment to get Jen in to be seen to get her costume done. I'm gonna go out on a limb now. I'll watch this show through the end just to see this part. I'm betting you don't get a full-on costume reveal for this, just like Miss Marvel did. So you'll have to wait till the actual last episode to see whatever bullshit costume they pull off for this character. But they wasted time getting us there. It didn't make any sense how she got the referral. There wasn't a whole lot of logic put into it. They had to lie to get in through the door, and then they get in through the door and the designer acts like he doesn't know who She-Hulk is, so he had to willingly believe the lie that she's an Avenger even though she's not. They don't talk like prices or anything like that. You don't see any potential designs. They hit you with that lame ass Daredevil stinger. It's not even a stinger, it's the it's like a end of episode kind of cliffhanger, because there's no post-credit scene in this one. So this is supposed to be the guy that helped Daredevil with his costume, but I don't remember that from the Netflix show. Maybe this is the tie-in for Daredevil's actual new Disney Plus show, and this is going to be the guy that comes up with the suit. I don't know. There's nothing to latch onto in this at all. The courtroom scenes are, once again, they're laughably incompetent. They really should have just hired somebody, retained a lawyer for like 2 hours of their time so they could get some kind of expert insight into what's going on. But they didn't do that either. There was one line where I kind of gave him a heh, and it's where her lawyer said to her, you need to go into a courtroom not looking like a former football player who's trying to plead out a DUI. And I'm like, that would be the same gray suit that Jen Walters has worn through 5 episodes. Seriously, 5. So, I don't know. There's really not a whole lot of anything going on here worthwhile. None of the characters get developed. None of their relationships get developed. We don't see her taking on any new cases. There's not a whole lot of drama at work other than her boss telling her she needs to handle this Titania issue, and then he assigns her book to represent Jen. So there's nothing there. There's no new interesting villains that she's representing. There's really nothing interesting happening on her personal side. It's been now 2 episodes that it's been since she got jumped in the alley. We didn't get any follow-up on that to see whether or not it's Kingpin, if it was other random violence, or who knows what. We don't see her in this episode do anything physical at all in terms of being She-Hulk. When she's She-Hulk, she's in court, she's in the suit. Jen Walters doesn't do anything physical or anything interesting. They have 2 or 3 more clips of her sitting around eating with Nikki, and it just feels like a colossal waste of time. It's somehow at a runtime of 22.5 minutes after you subtract out what feels like an even longer credit sequence. They get nothing done, but you still come away feeling like you really just got bored through like a 2-hour documentary on sand at the beach or something. And fuck it, I should probably just go look up that documentary. I think I'd rather enjoy watching that. But anyways, guys, that was a short one. I'm going to be short with this one also. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to try and get to Rings of Power 3 and maybe 4 this weekend. Check it out. Sub to the channel. Help me out. I just hit 25, and I appreciate all the new subs that came in. Definitely appreciate it as we hit those milestones and continue to grow. I appreciate the feedback in the comments. I know you guys have a lot of things to say on that one video, House of the Dragon episode 3, and I appreciate and respect all your different opinions. We're just going to have to agree to disagree on that one because I see valid comparisons between the 2 shows, guys. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one.